How's it going, you guys, and welcome to Morning Cup. We move on to the first story of the day, and the first story of the day being that the United States has cancelled its envoy to Taiwan amongst intense pressure and scrutiny from the Chinese Communist Party. Now, this just panders straight into the right wing media's agendas about the United States government being compromised. And with the on roll of the new government being the Biden government, it is rather weird to see that the United States would succumb under the pressures of China. We all hoped and anticipated that the United States would take on China head on, but I guess that with the new Biden government in place, there's a whole new approach to China. We move on to India, and India has made a landmark move with the Supreme Court putting hold orders on the three biggest farm laws in the nation. Nationwide protests have been rampant across the nation, with numerous organizations joining in and numerous farmers from across India converging onto Delhi. Also, we've seen rampant support for these farmers from across the world, where Indians everywhere, as well as people who support the cause, have made sure that their voices are heard. We move on to Nirav Modi, and the Nirav Modi case has been a rampant one. The Nirav Modi case has been one for the ages. Economic offences committed by Nirav Modi are subpar to none. The latest on that is the fact that on the 25th, the United Kingdom's top court is going to be announcing its verdict on the Nirav Modi extradition case to India. Nirav Modi has, in retaliation to that, cited that the Julius Assange case that was just heard, and the fact that Julius Assange was openly told that he will not be extradited to the United States. Nirav Modi believes that he could play the same cards and make sure that he's not extradited and prosecuted for his crimes in India. Numerous other nations across the globe have gone into intense lockdowns, be it from Ireland to the United Kingdom to Australia to Thailand to Malaysia. Numerous nations. This is reminiscent of the first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic when it first happened, the first initial onset. And it turns out that these countries are facing anywhere from the same variant to a mixture of variants to just a new variant altogether, like the UK. You see, this virus is running rampant and is continuously picking up steam even in the year 2021. And by this scale, by no means is anything going to turn back to normal. As a matter of fact, nations like India are dealing relatively well in terms of the onset and the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. People are going back to work. The economy has come back in some way, shape, or form. Yes, a lot is not normal, and not a lot might never be normal ever again. But the fact of the matter is that it's still open. Lockdowns have been lifted across the nation, and with certain criteria and guidelines still in place, we just hope and pray that we can deal with this pandemic better. We move on to the final story of the day, and the final story of the day being South Africa. And South Africa has officially shut down its borders. Now, South Africa has been a nation that's always been welcoming throughout the ages. Ever since the apartheid, South Africa has gone out of its way to ensure that there is no ounce of racism, no ounce of people judging South Africa for its history. So South Africa has always been very inclusive in that manner. But turns out that with this new variant of the COVID pandemic, South Africa is in deep waters. Now, South Africa has officially shut down all its land borders with the rest of the African continent and is considering shutting down air travel from the rest of the world as well. What this means for the rest of the nation, what this means for the people of South Africa, and what this means for their recovery rates with the vaccines rolling out and such, still too early to tell. But we will keep you updated. That being said, this has been your Morning Cup. See you tomorrow.